something that most of the legislatures, except for a few, have forgotten. The preamble, the first three words of the United States Constitution, we the people. We wrote that document, not Congress. We wrote that document, not Annapolis. We wrote it because we had lived under kings, King Henry VIII, who made it illegal to be Catholic at one point in time because he thought it was the right thing to do. That's why there's a First Amendment that says the state shall not regulate religion. At one point in time, journalists were arrested for not promoting the official state policy. That's why the First Amendment says freedom of speech. If you think about history again, during the course of the English government of these colonies, 1715, they had a problem with the Scots. Anybody here from Scotland or any Scottish ancestors? The king outlawed the possession of weapons, dirks, knives, swords, sabers, muskets, firelocks of any kind by any Highlander because he didn't like their politics, because they didn't like the king. He effectively disarmed the Scottish Highlanders by edict. That is why we have a Second Amendment, so that the people cannot be selectively disarmed based on the political whims of those in power. In 1745, the king said, those Highlanders are still being troublesome, we'll make it even illegal to speak their language or to wear their colors, their kilts. What is to prevent a governor today, or a president today, to outlaw wearing of a hat with a red color because he doesn't like a gang? Where is the power in the government to remove any of our other individual rights? The government hasn't got that ability. It hasn't got that power because we, the people, wrote that document. Our fathers, our grandfathers, our ancestors. If we allow them to continue to disenfranchise us and remove our civil rights today, what rights will we lose tomorrow? Will you need a license to go to church in 2015? Will journalists with cameras be required to have a Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein journalist permit with 75 hours of journalism school and be approved by the state? Are we prepared to allow the government to license the rest of our rights? This is why we need to stand fast on the Second Amendment, because without the Second, we lack the ability to defend the First, or the Third, or the Fourth, or the Fifth, or the Sixth, or the Seventh, or the Eighth, or the Ninth, or the 10th. Due process is found in the Fourth Amendment and 14th Amendment. But due process, should that only be allowed if you have a license and a permit to buy an attorney, to get a jury? I'm sorry, sir, you'll have to get in the back of the police car. I don't see that you have a jury permit in your possession. You're under arrest. You have no right to an arraignment. You have no right to a trial because you don't have a permit for that hearing. That's where we're headed, gentlemen, ladies. That's not a good thing.